We're here at the site of Badwell Cemetery. It is the cemetery connected to the old Badwell plantation here in McCormick County. The plantation actually used to stand quite a ways from here. Many members of the Pettigrew family who founded the plantation are buried in the cemetery. It is a French Huguenot cemetery, and we'll be looking at some of the graves. We'll also be looking for signs of a troll, which is rumored to inhabit the woods here, and maybe even catch a glimpse of the Grim Reaper.
Alright, so it's the gate to the cemetery here where the image of the Grim Reaper was at. You got like a head here and kind of the wings coming off from the back, standing kind of like this with a sword pointed downward. Some kind of rock, I guess, or tombstone.
Unfortunately, older cemeteries like this that are kind of hidden are often neglected. This wall was built in the 1700s, but as you can see, the substantial building stones have fallen over. We think it's natural because the land is sloping down that way towards the lake, so it's just gravity doing its work, but the stones have fallen on top of at least two graves that we can see. That of William Guilford Austin and Mary C. Pettigrew have been crushed by these stones.
What do you see over there, Chris?
I only see like about a few over there.
Mm-hmm. I see there's a headstone behind you.
Yeah.
And there's another one behind you again.
Is it a headstone or is it? I guess so.
It could be a top stone from the wall.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like headstones.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do.
Over there.
Yeah. I do notice down here we have a few stones. There's a stone there. There's a stone there for, so that's Augusta McIntosh right there. I guess those are probably footstones is what these are over here.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, here we are, row 2 on the left as you walk in. We have Jane Louise Alston. And then you have Joseph North Alston, and then Augusta McIntosh Alston, who is Joseph North's wife. Alright, left to right, we have Mary North Alston, then Captain Joseph Blythe Alston with the big stone, then Carolyn Frances Alston, who looks like to be the daughter of the two. Okay, here we have Mrs. Jane Gibert North, and right here we have Captain, is it Captain? Commander Thomas Pettigrew. Looks like his obelisk has fallen off who knows how long ago, and it's just placed right beside it.
So we found about 4 or so unknown, unmarked graves here, starting about right there, ending about down here.
And we think we have the matching footstones for them approximately here in a line.
So who are these people? Anybody know?
No names.
No names at all? Okay.
There's treasure.
Here's the back of Joseph Blythe Alston's headstone. So the inscription, it's a little off-center. It's almost like it was put there in a whim or something. It says, "The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms." Alright, row 3 on the right, we have an unknown here, along with James Louis Pettigrew. And scrolling to the left here, we have, Mary Allen, who says is daughter of J.B. and M.N. Alston, which we'll have to check. Continuing on, we have, what does that say? Mrs. Louise Pettigrew. And then, looks like this one's been weathered. We'll have to check archives.
Carved here and here, but it's no longer readable.
Okay, I imagine obviously it would be the husband of Louise there.
So I wonder why this one weathered so much more than the one next to it, or other similar graves in the plot.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no text on it at all. And Louise Pettigrew over there, you can read hers and the entire inscription, looks like. But there's just, I mean, it's almost flat on the other one. Plus, it's got all the cracks. I mean, if we scroll down, if we pan down right here, we can see that Louise has a big crack across. But this unknown at the moment one has looks like 3 major cracks in it. So it also, if you look at the landscape around it, there's a drop off. There's a sharp angle. But where Libby's standing is fairly flat, but where Renee's going right now over here is pretty severe drop off, and it's an angle all the way down to the, looks like the lake. So John Joseph Gibert, and John is right next to Pierre. Looks like it says Elwin, but we're going to check that against the records that we have. Okay, this marker right here, it's in 2 pieces. The piece on the right was broken off the top of the piece on the left, and it's actually in Latin. It looks like it's Jean Gibert, but the name's in Latin. It's pretty cool. Keep going over, and there's another broken one that's unreadable. I don't know if the text is facing the wall or not. Next to it is another one that's just been weathered and beaten, and it's pretty unreadable. Below it you can see the used to be an obelisk on another grave. You can see where the obelisk was and has been broken off. Then you got various debris through here, like there's some decorative marble there. There's another headstone right there that's fallen down. And right beside it, you can probably barely see it right there, there's another one. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a bit for you. That's where that's where the big stone was broken off, but there's a white spot that's actually another headstone there. And above is another obelisk, a place where the obelisk was lying, but it's long gone. The thing about this grave, or this stone right here, the long one lying down, which we'll get to here in a second, this one right here, is that it's facing in a different direction than the rest. The others are facing straight behind me, and this one's facing, like, if straight in front of me was north, like, well, I guess if it was 12 o'clock, it's facing about 8:30 as opposed to 6 o'clock like the rest of them.
Christians are buried at East.
And also we're here, looks like on the east wall of the cemetery, and there's a trail that leads down to the lake, so we're going to go check it out, see what we can find. Looks like there's a headstone down there as well. Alright, we're down the trail from the entrance to the cemetery, and there's a broken headstone right here. All you can see is the words right there. I'm going to get a picture of it right here. Okay, there's your picture. We can see what we can, if we can interpret, see if we can figure out who this actually is. And also, if you look around, there's some stone. Let me get that. There's more stones scattered. There's stone there. Back to the headstone. And there's some stones that might have been either a building stone for the wall, or maybe one of the graves. I doubt you can see it. There's another stone back there. And of course this big board right here. Looks like it's part of the wall. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is a wildlife version of ghost hunting. Looks like a beaver stump. Looks like a beaver had its way with this.
Several of them.
There's a lot of them around. So this is back one of the rocks that we found on the trail. So obviously this was a quarry rock, because you can see where they drilled to break it. That's pretty cool. We're standing here by the gate, the front gate to the cemetery, and I looked up in the woods, and you can see 2 headstones. You can see them both right here in front of us. So we're going to go investigate that and see what we can find out.
Now, if you're standing at the gate of Badwell Cemetery and look up the hill to your left, you'll notice several little markers like these. There are about 100 of them here on the hill, and what we found out they are graves that have been moved from when they built the lake. The graves were moved up here onto the hill near Badwell, and Poteet Funeral Home of Augusta was responsible for putting these little markers everywhere that there's a grave now. We have a couple of them here. This is Molly Martin, and next to her is Jenny Martin, and we believe they were children. Molly only has a born date of October 30th, 1871.
Here's more of the white markers. You can see there's a mess of them there. There's a few there. There's a few in the woods back there. A couple back there. There's Jenny and Molly again. More of the white markers. More of the white markers. And more of the white markers.
So we're about done with Badwell Cemetery here. It's extremely overgrown. Lots of wildlife in the area. Saw evidence of like some beavers earlier and all that. So we were thinking most likely the troll is just a bunch of different animals being misinterpreted as a troll.
Mm-hmm. Now, we were talking even earlier today, we were seeing, well, at least I was, see birds or something out of the corner of your eye, and it looks like there's a large something moving through the woods.
Yeah.
Did you see any of that too?
Yeah, I saw like, the squirrels and the birds and all that. Plus there's some waterfowl out there making a lot of noise. So all that combined together.
Now, what about the density of the woods out here?
That's extremely dense. I'm going to get eaten alive again.
Yeah. I think we all are, even though we put insect repellent on.
Maybe not quite as bad as last time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So our conclusion, the Grim Reaper was real, but he's gone, been stolen, right?
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it's probably up in some kid's room.
Isn't that terrible? we'll find pictures and post somewhere. And then the troll.
Troll exists, but not as a troll.
Okay.
Area wildlife.
Yes, we have cell coverage out here.
You went to Ozfest with us? That was my birthday.
Ron missed Renee's birthday and now he's making up for it.
No, my birthday is going to Ozfest.